Good morning, everybody. Thursday morning, and all is well. Excuse me. I apologise if there's a noise outside. It's workmen in the garden next door doing a fence. Thursday morning, and we have a meeting at 11 with the management of the nursing home. As I've said in previous videos, ALFIE was getting 24/7 care. They've now dropped that. They dropped it. It's been dropped in stages. It went down to from 24/7 to from 7 in the morning till 10 at night. So he lost 9 hours. And now they're doing from 9 in the morning until 7 at night. And they've taken 14 hours a day off him. It's pretty bad. Parkinson's is a progressive disease, not a regressive disease. He's not getting any better. He never will. And just when we thought we'd got everything sorted out as best as we could, we get this wallop. So a meeting this morning, my son's arranged it, and I know it's with the management of the nursing home. I'm not sure which doctors are going to be there. I'm not going to stand for any nonsense from them. I shall put my case vehemently, and I know the one doctor is on side with us. I don't know how many of you are aware of what transpired some years ago when I involved the media, the police, and fought a local council because they had, quite frankly, thieved a lot of money from us. I thought those days were over when I was having to go into battle constantly. It cost me a lot. It cost me my health. I developed a stomach ulcer. Whatever the cause of that ulcer, it was misdiagnosed. I was being given the wrong medication. I was left for months and months and months in agony. My weight went down to 5.5 stone. And eventually the ulcer perforated at home. Didn't know what it was then, of course. I stood up and I just felt as though somebody had stabbed me in the stomach, and I was rushed into emergency, and it was the stomach ulcer. And regardless of what caused it, I don't believe that all the damage that was done through fighting these people to get the best care for ALFIE, that didn't make things any easier for me. And of course, it was exacerbated by the wrong medication and by certain doctors. I still have nightmares about that. I have nightmares when I sleep, to the point where I've dreamt, hesitate to say it, that my intestines had come out and pigs were eating them as I was watching. Those are the kind of nightmares I was having. The surgery was very invasive. They cut me from just under my breastbone to down below my navel. I think there was 32 staples. Can't remember, something like that. So all these things, you know, everything sort of transpired around about the same time. And then with the fractured hips, one year, one the following year, couldn't understand why I was falling again. Wrong medication, exacerbated whatever it was that was going on with me. And now, just when things are sort of starting seemingly to calm down a little bit, we have all this starting up again with the nursing care. Brings me on to this. I am sick and tired of people, ignoramus, coming onto my channel or speaking to me elsewhere, and it's only a very, very minuscule view, and I know who you are despite your false names, who are saying about how disgraceful it is that my husband's in a nursing home. Listen, you prats. My husband is in a nursing facility, not residential care, which is entirely different. If somebody opts to go into residential care because they want that care on hand, with ALFIE, it was non-negotiable. There was no option but for him to be placed in a nursing home, where he gets the best care, where doctors are on call 24/7 as they've needed to be. Last week, 3 times, 4 times in one day, they were about to call emergency services out to him. That's how closely he's watched. ALFIE not only has Parkinson's disease, he has Lewy body dementia. We could probably have coped with the Parkinson's. It's the Lewy bodies that actually cause the major problems and placed him in the nursing home. The disease placed my husband in the nursing home. And any of you nasty bastards who come on saying or send me messages, write something and then delete it, you're so brave, aren't you? Nasty bastards. Any of you who say that we as a family would put a beloved husband and father in a nursing home when it wasn't necessary, are talking out your backsides. He wouldn't have got a place there had it not been necessary. It's an EMI, elderly mentally ill nursing home. And as Dr. Charlie said, few and far between. And B, ALFIE needs that level of care. To shower him, it takes at least 2, sometimes 3 carers. His blood pressure is done maybe 3-4 times a day because he's susceptible to very low blood pressure. Where do you think, I'm not going to go into all the other problems that he has because it's none of your damn business, but where do you think, or how do you think that anyone could have that level of care at home? How do you think that I, as an 8-stone woman, could care for him, lift him, bathe him. I did do it till it became impossible to do. And let me tell you something. I've been brought close to wanting to die myself when I've gone to bed and I've prayed that I don't have to open my eyes the next morning because the pain is so acute of what's going on. Not only with me, with everything. So don't you start harassing and bashing me, because this video is very mild compared to a video that I will put out. And also, I know two people who have sent me these messages. One, because she didn't bother to disguise who she was. Cowardly piece of scum, nevertheless. Didn't leave your writing on my channel, did you? I will make your lives a misery. I will go out of my way to group people to make your lives a misery, to make your channels unpleasant and untenable. Because I'm sick of it. I think it's time, really, that grown women, intelligent women, or maybe that discounts you, I don't know, but isn't it time that grown women stopped acting in cruel, malevolent ways and instead started to lift each other up, to encourage each other? I know that, as I say, two of the people, and there's only a couple, I know who you are, and I will discount you because you don't have an iota of empathy in your body, either one of you. You don't have much common sense. You don't work. In your 40s and you don't work. Why is that? You don't do anything. You don't have anything. You don't have anyone. And your main way of getting some enjoyment in your pathetic little lives is to attack somebody else, particularly if that somebody else has got what you haven't. A husband who loves her still, a family who loves her, a home of her own, extended family, extended friends, an education. All of those things that neither of you two have got in abundance, and neither of you two will ever have. So trot off. So, I've had my say there. I'm hoping that the meeting this morning will go well, and that it's not going to come to verbal fisticuffs and verbal ballet again, because I really don't have the inclination to get into all that at the moment. I'll be back when I can. and to say something to Marie. I can't pronounce your last name, I'm going to have to practice. Marie, you said something to me about how I don't realise that I inspire people by how I am and how I cope. Thank you so much for saying that. It meant an awful lot to me, it really did. As do words from my other friends. And Leslie, I saw what you wrote recently, and Julia also. More than counteracts the nastiness on here. More than. I'll be back later. Maybe today. Might go and have my hair cut. I'll see. See how this morning goes. I'll speak to you later. Have a great day. And thought for today, I haven't really thought of a thought, but can you hear my throat? It's still really, really sore. Mrs. Froggy throats. I haven't really thought of a thought for today, but I'll tell you something that I do think is that whatever path you tread, however difficult the road, you always have that guardian angel at your side. Ask for help. Just ask. I'll be back later. Bye-bye.